What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, attempting not to lose any villages to the Orok in this game. His name is Joe. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Moore. The map is Ghost Lake. And, we got a game for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 3 of AOL Destroyers 2022 Age of Mythology Tournament. Moore's taken the first 2 games off of Joe. One of the games being on Anatolia, where Joe's Isis was taken out by a very, very nice Titan-orientated strategy from Moore. But we've got a new game. We've got a new civilization here for Joe. I mean, he's gone back with the Odin, so we'll see if he's going to be able to make it work. This is a very difficult map for Odin against Oranos. It's actually probably one of the more favored Oranos maps against Odin, and that's for the fact that the food situation is generally pretty dire. You get one location of food over here, and that's about it. But it's a big spawn here on this map, so Joe's going to be very, very happy about that. So we'll see if he's going to be able to hold on to it or not. And most of the time, Oranos doesn't push Odin off of their first amount of hunt, and we are seeing the great hunt on those goat as well, which is very, very nice. Now, what Joe should do is finish up this Orok and then walk over here onto this hunt. Leave these Oroks for later, and that'll be even better. So we'll see how that's going to go. Now, we have some Odin professionals in the chat asking, why did Joe save his great hunt for so long? It really doesn't matter. I mean, you want to use it as early as you can with these goat, but I think he just wanted to get a goat back. So he got 4 extra goat from his great hunt, and he got an Orok. So if he used it faster, if he had 5 goat here, he could have got to 10 goat, but still a little bit late on that one. Meant he went over his 750 food and couldn't get 10 goat from it. Anyways, now we're moving over onto these caribou. Very smart from Joe. Joe going to be throwing up his house as well. Looks like a very possible idle towns at a time by just a little bit here. Just a tinsy bit of idle towns. That's not going to matter at all. And Joe's going to get his town center up very shortly, as we are seeing Moore throwing up his economic guild. It looks like he went for hunting dogs, and it's looking like he's just going for a 430 build order here, making his way up to the top side of the map. He's got an Orok over here. He does have these caribou over on this location as well. So he's splitting up his villages nicely. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if this map forces more into a delayed 430 as well. I don't think that it's going to matter all too much, but he might not be able to click up straight away. In fact, it looks like his temple is a little bit late here, as he's going to be throwing it down just as 50% coming through. I think it does get up in time, but he's not going to have the resources, so he might even go for even later than 430. 515 might be a... Is that even... I'm not sure what to think about that. Like, okay, so I get it if they were like fighting a an Orok or something. He's just literally just shockwaved it out of nowhere. That's so funny. It delays the villagers gathering by 1 second or 2 seconds or something. As Moore's going to now move in with a hero oracle here. Prometheus will hit first. There is a real problem here for Joe to overcome, as he's going to be turning around, shanking these oracles out of here. Don't want to lose any villagers at this point, and there's not going to be a shockwave to snipe any of these villagers down. So Joe can feel fairly comfortable just sitting here for a fairly long time here. So we'll see what's going to happen as Prometheus does pop, and the military buildings going to be coming up somewhere soon. Promethean is going to get picked off. Military barracks getting thrown up as well. The Oracle hero getting shanked down yet again. It's going to get pulled back. There's still 3 more caribou to go here. Just about 3 more. And Joe's Classical Age does pop. Now the question is, what do you do? Do you try and hold this, or do you just leave? I think normally you just leave. We are seeing the Oracle's going to circle around here and start harassing these villagers. Joe going to be retreating. Does separate his villagers nicely. Good micro there from Moore, as he might pick off one villager here. Nice play there to snipe that one. The rest of the villagers will get out of here in one piece, it seems. Running into the town center, as the Longhouse is going to get up as well. And then he does have 2 Aurochs in his base remaining to eat. Double Longhouse now up. And he's going to start making those Ulsark very, very shortly, as Joe throwing up his houses all over the map here. Very nice. Very good. One advantage that Odin does have on this map over on the other maps is that 2 gold mines in his base means he doesn't necessarily have to go to the heroic age super early. There is a little problem here with the building placement that Joe's done, in that these villages are a little bit caught in the middle of nowhere. They do have a tower that they can jump into, but they don't have an easy way to retreat. You can delete the house, but I mean, I'd like to have seen maybe the wall of buildings go this way. As more just trying to sneak in here. Where's the Valkyrie gone? Sitting idle over here for Joe. Looking for maybe a bit of a later attack, but we do see Moore pulling back with his units already. A couple of Ulsark falling as Moore's micro very strong at this point, turning around, sniping down 1 or 2 Ulsark as he's cutting away from here. 1 Murmillo will be going down. A second Murmillo going to be going down as well. The Hearser at this point, very strong, nice micro here from Joe, pulling back that Hearser, though it does fall down. Probably could have pulled it back into the Sentry Tower and kept it alive. But that can be tough to do in the moment, as Moore is just going to be applying all the pressure just out of that Auroch now. He's got 1 Auroch remaining that he can jump onto at any point here. Still don't see a Lone Wanderer up just yet from Joe's. There he goes, getting that one through. And Husbandry nice and early. I like that play. We just see the units trying to take down this house. Moore with not all too much just yet. It's actually very close, to be honest, at this point, as a stray Terma running straight past these units. Joe not paying attention. His army coming very far out of his base. Lone Wanderer still not popped just yet. We will probably be seeing that that shockwave coming through very shortly here. What is it? It's like 4 minutes or something. So if you used it at 3 minutes, it's probably going to be coming up at about 8. It's probably going to be coming about now, right? So that's going to be another thing that he can use. We are seeing Joe cutting production just a little bit here. Not sure what he's going to start going in with. We do remember that Moore likes to start making some Kari Barracks. He's throwing down another military barracks to get even more of those Murmillo out. As the villagers get pulled off that Auroch, going to move over onto these goat. 10 goat here, 11 goat if you with the other ones on there, and you got 10 goat for Moore as well. So Moore actually managed to claim the majority of the goat in this game. We do see a stray throwing axeman getting sniped down there. Nice play from Moore to make that happen, as the units coming in here going to try and take down these Terma. Moore can just turn around and actually get some more free shots in. These start doing a lot of damage with that many Terma, and they are beautiful hit and run units. Meanwhile, the raids coming through for Joe as he's trying to hit something, but Moore is on top of this already. Beautiful forest fire coming in, going to attempt to trap this villager in, and he does manage to get that one trapped. Shockwave coming through as the villager is going to make a dart for the mana, and he will manage to get in there. The Ulsark going to continue to sit in onto this location, not going to be getting taken out, and it does look like a mana will go down here as Forest Fire manages to take that down as well. Nice play from Joe. Beautiful Forest Fire. Good value out of that one. It picks off a bunch of Murmillo as well as they have to retreat away. And now Moore's trying to move forward, push pressure this point. But Joe doesn't need to hold on to this anymore. Joe can just simply move over onto this location. The problem is that it's kind of open, and Moore's easily going to be able to identify to move onto that location and start taking that down. The villager trying to make a run for it. Very low HP. Joe going to try and catch up. He's got 16 HP, but he's not able to get it. He's not microing it. The citizen jumps into the sentry tower. The forest fire is still going over here as Joe moving in onto this location. He's going to get a little bit more damage done from those deadly forests as the Murmillo retreating back into this tower. And now we do see the army of Joe and the army of Moore going at each other. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get yourself medium or get yourself watchtowers here just to prevent this pressure from happening and just hold on. Joe's 82 population, Moore's 100. 105 population, going after some of these units in the main base. Not going to do all too much because the town center is here. The units all just hanging out inside of that location. We do see the citizen does end up getting taken down. He tried to quick wall himself in, but does end up getting taken out in the end of the day. Nice pressure from Joe. Might want to return those raiders back home fairly soon as the Murmillo coming in here. We will be seeing some Murmillo falling over on this position as there's more coming in to deal some good damage over here. So the Caraballister are on this spot. Meanwhile, these Ulfsarks still getting good damage done as the Murmillo pulling back. And like we said, this gold mine very open here, and I would love to see watchtowers. Watchtowers is such a good technology to get here in this matchup because it completely shuts down the pressure of your opponent, and you can't run in here. Like, you can run in here, but you're going to take so much more damage from the towers, and Joe just not thinking to do that here is a sad state of affairs. But these Ulfstarks still getting some good value here as Joe is in. I would argue Joe's probably in a bit of an advantage at this point. So we'll see if we can convert in this game. And generally speaking, the way to convert is to get to the Heroic Age, get to the Mythic Age, Ragnarok, and then Gold Star in this matchup. So we'll see if that's going to happen. Joe's got 400 food in the bank. Still a couple of those goats remaining. Pickaxe coming through for more. The Dwarves getting pushed off this gold mine yet again as Joe's still looking for some raids over here. We do see this town center is coming up, and Joe's got his spidey senses tingling, making his way over here, and his spider senses are a raven on this location, going to be able to prevent that town center from going up. But still, no watchtowers means that this gold mine is just able to be pressured for so long. Going to retreat those Ulfsark. He's going to be losing those very shortly as there's a random Murmillo getting sniped down, but nice micro from Moore to hold on to that one as now Joe going to be retreating from this location here. Maybe come in and try and surround these units, the dwarves, back onto this gold mine here yet again as he's looking for something to take down. We do have nearly the resources to get up to the Heroic Age, but no armory just yet, as for some reason Joe says, I want to fight this. He might win this fight, but is it going to be worth it is the question. Generally, well, I mean, he's winning it pretty hard, and Moore is actually in a very difficult position now as he's getting pushed back. Joe needs to throw down that armory and get going here in this game, but he's going to be trying to collapse onto the army of Moore as Moore is moving forward. It's 104 population for Moore to 95 population for Joe. Joe's taking some very, very nice fights in this game as the Caraballister getting taken out in the back. The Ursa take down a stray Promethean here. Joe taking this fight maybe a little bit aggressive. He does have a Valkyrie here in order to take down this Caraballister. Both the Caraballister in the back getting taken back out. The Ursa over here able to take down these Prometheans. More not getting that upgrade for the Prometheans. I rarely see it, but it's so good. Something clay. Alluvian clay. Not getting that one there. So Joe able to keep up this pressure nicely, but deciding not to go to the next age. He might run out of food here. And if he runs out of food and has to farm before clicking up, that's really, really bad because generally speaking, you can go to the next age and just go straight in on Huskarl throwing Axemen. And there's very little that the army of Atlantean can do. And then you can just buy your way to the Mythic Age. You don't need to farm at all. So we'll see how this is going to go. Joe's got a good amount of resources in the bank. We do see decent gold left in the home gold mine of Moore, and we do see Scardy as the god of choice. No surprises here for Joe. He's also getting himself Aurora Borealis here. So now the options here for Joe are get up a hill fort on this location, get a town center, and live the dream because you've got Frost and you've got every single option here in this game to have some success. And Pickaxe also coming through now for Joe as well, making it all happen. The village is idle on this location. Probably don't build farms just yet because you want to throw down double hill fort onto a second gold mine. Very important to do that. The town center is up for more here. And this is the gold mine that he's going to want to get onto. So it's going to be important to be aware of that. And now more splitting up very nicely. Now, you say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. Oranos kind of never dies until Oranos dies. So don't... Holy shockwave. That's actually a beautiful shockwave there. Don't count the Oranos player out no matter what. There's the Skadi coming through. Joe's got 92 favor. He's going to be able to spam out these Frost Giants so much. We do see some beautiful raids now coming in onto these villages here, but the counter raids coming over here. The dwarves have finished up onto this location, and it's looking like the chaos is starting to mount in Joe's base as he's going to have to deal with that. We are going to be seeing this sentry tower getting sniped down incredibly fast as the citizen pop out here. Nice surround onto these citizen, getting another 2 citizen kills here, and we'll see if he's going to stay in onto this location. Frost getting used over here, going to get hit every single one of these units, just a couple not getting hit. A beautiful Frost here, giving Joe some time to get out those beautiful, beautiful Frost Giants. Moving up onto this gold mine next as the house getting sniped down by Joe with these Ulfsarks, just trying to get as much damage as he possibly can. Moving over here to take down some more citizen of more, keeping more behind in this game economically. Very nice play from Joe here as hand axe is coming through for more. He's trying to get that economy into gear, but now we're seeing Joe just moving in, sniping down citizen underneath the town center. More not paying attention very nicely here as he is losing citizen left, right, and center, losing his base. The gold mine just about to be expired here, but Frost is about to be finished. We do see some Murmillo raids over on this location here. As the Frost Giant are out, it's going to be more than enough to defend this, and we are going to be seeing Joe moving up onto this gold mine. Joe does not have a market down, so he can't be trading for gold just yet. We do see some stray villagers moving up onto this gold mine. A sneaky gold mine here from Moore might be enough, because this is going to be right under the nose of Joe. We'll see if he's going to spot it or not. We do see Joe has his Valkyrie here, his Ulfsark. A little bit of lag happening, unfortunately, as I'm not sure what's going on there, but it is 103 population for Joe, 105 population for Moore, as he is slowly stampeding forward and looking for some more action with his units. These Caraballas are still out, still going to be very, very strong here, but you can simply task your Frost Giants onto them, and that can be a very high value special ability for your Frost Giants to use here. As one Caraballister gets sniped down, and 2 Caraballister getting sniped down. The army getting very caught out of position here, and that is going to be absolutely brutal here by Joe, as Moore cannot defend this position anymore. The villagers on these berries not going to be able to do all too much anymore. And if he did want the gold mine, it's not going to be there for him. We see over here on this position the Frost Giant still existing, but getting pulled back. And now we see these units getting cleaned up as well. And you can see how strong the heroic age of Odin is against Oranos here, as Moore has not managed to make it work. We see the ox cart moving over here onto this large gold mine. And this is beautiful here from Joe, as he's going to be able to maybe start thinking about taking this town center down. But I said it, generally speaking, if you can get to the Mythic age, go to the Mythic age. And I don't think that Joe can just yet, but we'll see how he's going to go. We've got some counter raids looking to happen over here as the throwing axemen going to be able to throw their axes, funnily enough. I'm going to be like, Moore's lagging. If I was lagging, it would pop a shield next to both of these guys. Now you see the throwing axemen finishing off these Murmillo here. Does he have a market anywhere? No market anywhere. You can start throwing a whole bunch of villagers onto farms. Get yourself plow, get yourself winter harvest, and start getting a lot of food income. Oh, dearie me. A little bit too much lag. It's kind of settling and not settling and stuff like that, but will Joe throw up a hill fort? Will he get a town center? That's the question. We do see some stray Terma looking to hit this location over here. Over here we do have the gold villagers, but Joe's spidey senses, he realizes there's got to be gold getting gathered from somewhere, and he does see this with the Raven. Yet again, the Raven is Joe's spidey senses. And there's the plow for more coming through as the Terma retreating away. The villagers about to get harassed down, and I think he might have spotted this gold situation as well. As on this position, Moore's Murmillo will get taken out. The Ulfsark just simply going to shoot and scoot, get in there, get out. We do have over here this Shield Maiden Valkyrie doing some good damage with the assistance of the Frost Giant. Joe is gonna slowly walk over here with his bulky units, though he's throwing axemen and getting sniped down just a little bit. Still would love to see a hill fort from Joe. Any point making Huskal in this situation could be very, very helpful. As these Murmillo will get taken down incredibly quickly here. Moore's economy has been so brutalized by Joe that he just cannot make heroes in his army at all. As I say that, he makes 2. That's going to be a big help to take down these units. Meanwhile, the raid's looking over here. Joe's still in a bit of chaos. Still hasn't gotten himself a town center. Still just kind of trying to stabilize in a way as his farms. These are the most Atlantean farms I've ever seen. This farm here occupies like 3 decent farming spots. 1, 2, and 3. This farm here occupies 2 farming spots. This farm here could... it makes me sad. Makes me so sad. We do see the throwing axeman coming over here. Going to be able to take down these units, but nice micro from Moore. Very aware of what he needs to do. So these villagers now moving over onto this location. We've got Citizen getting pulled back or getting pushed onto here. We see a military barracks coming up. A longhouse coming down over there as well. Still looking for raids. Is what Moore is doing. How are the economic upgrades now looking for Joe? Still no irrigation. Makes me sad. These units going to come in. The Frost Giants are so good against the Citizen. Oh, made a bit of a misclick there. Could have picked off 2 Citizens very easily, but just went for the 1. Meanwhile, the Citizen getting pulled off over here as well. So that gold mine is going to get denied. And these Citizens are going to sit here idly by for just a little bit more. Frost Giant making their way in onto this position. Going to be able to pick off 2 more villagers here as he gets 1. And the other one will probably get away as he's going to snipe down these units here. Meanwhile, over here, these Citizens walking straight past Joe. Joe's going to say, I don't care. I need to get over here and fight properly on this position. Joe's got so many resources in the bank. It could be time to have that market down. Going Mythic Age. Ragnarok here could be huge. But Hyperion coming through now for more as he's going to attempt to make the biggest comeback of his career here. The Terma getting some big damage. We do have elevation bonus here. One of the very few situations where elevation bonus will actually come into play as the hero Terma here need to get sniped down. And we are seeing that is what Joe's managing to do now with his throwing an axeman just a little bit here. And we are going to be seeing the Frost Giants retreating away. Whole bunch of units here sitting idly by as we do see a market coming up now for Joe. He's got so many resources in the bank. Is he just going to sell all that wood, buy the food, and go up? Is probably what he's going to do as Hyperion just about to pop. He's getting some rhyme. He did exactly that. Oh, we overdid it. We overdid it just a little bit there as a gold mine does as his resources basically do run out. Going up through Balder now as an attempt to finish this game off. Retreating the dwarves away, not wanting to lose those. He's got those Thrum Frost Giants right now. So those are going to be huge as the army coming back in onto this location. Curse coming in, immediately going to frost that Frost Giant there, so he's not going to do anything. All those other units, especially the Ulfsark getting chaos, basically do nothing because they turn into unupgraded Ulfsark. And they do like 2 damage a second or something, so that's huge. And now Joe pushing over here, going to get that damage done. Can continue to sell resources if he so chooses, or just simply walk his units forward. As the Raven does get sniped over here, and Joe can bide his time for the time being. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Moore just immediately taps resign when he sees the Ragnarok come through. We've seen it before, but essentially you basically need Palace and Fanatics to hold against Ragnarok, especially one this big, 52 villages at this point. There's the gold mine situation. There's just too many units just flowing in as the... I'm going to kill that Satyr. Make sure he dies. 43 HP. Yes. Good. And there's a big raid now coming over here. This is actually crucial, limiting the amount of units that Joe's going to get from his Ragnarok, pulling back here as best as he can. And I think Moore's got an idea of what's coming as he's going to try and force the Ragnarok immediately here. Joe's dropped down from 50-something to 40-something as an Ulfsar comes in. The Murmillo here as well, going to try and garrison. There's the Ragnarok here, jumping up to 212 population. We've got only Copper Mail here. Moving in onto this position here, taking down all of these Murmillo, and Moore does tap out. I'm not surprised. I told you. Very, very good play here from Joe, making it work on the Ghost Lake. Very nice play. He did have kind of the perfect Ghost Lake. 2 Orok, good amount of goats start with a big amount of caribou here, but that doesn't mean much because Joe actually played this one so well, and unfortunately for Moore, he just wasn't able to get going like he normally does. I'm not sure if something went wrong in the early game, but it's just so many good raids here. This beautiful forest fire on this location really changed a whole lot for Joe with his harass, and he just managed to hold on here, got Mythic Age, and Moore did not want to sit here and get completely decimated by the Ragnarok. He knows exactly what he can defend and how much he's not going to be able to defend this one. If you guys enjoyed the game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.